DreAllDay.com.
What's good, everybody? Dre Baldwin with DreAllDay.com. It is 6:08 a.m. Miami, Florida. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. I just came from a very breezy bike ride. It's kind of breezy in Miami. I don't really like riding when it's breezy like that, but wasn't nothing else that I'd rather do. So let's get into what we're going to talk about today, which is, I said I was going to address some of the comments from the last vlog. And before I even get into this, the same thing that I told y'all last time, as long as y'all keep engaging with this and watching it and being interested, then I'll keep it going. If people ain't interested, then we can stop it. But y'all have continued to engage. There's only been 3 of them, so let's just keep it going. We'll see what people are talking about in these comments. I probably ain't going to go deep into all of these, but through each vlog, I'll probably answer certain ones because there's a lot of comments on this one. The comments keep growing, so I'll just start with whatever they got listed here. Somebody asked about nutrition. I have a playlist about my nutrition already on here on YouTube, so just look up my diet and nutrition playlist and you'll see all the stuff that's on there. Somebody asked me what apps do I use the most throughout the day. I use an app called, what is this app called? I think it's called Daily Tracker by Lumen Trails. It's basically where you can track your whole day. So I can track, how much time I spent working out, what my workouts were. If you want to track your food, you can track money, you can track anything. And this is called Lumen Trails, Lumen Trails. I mean, I use the social medias. I got Twitter, Instagram, Gmail, texting. I mean, same apps that almost everybody uses. I don't use any really special apps. I use the podcast app, music app, iBooks to read books. I read most of mine on iBooks, Google. That's pretty much it. What else we got here? People talked about going to bed thing again on my podcast, which is called Work on Your Game. It's every single day. We are over 700 episodes of my podcast. We just went over 700, but I got a couple episodes there where I talk about sleep. So if you want to know more about my sleep, the routine, the times, and all that stuff, go to DreAllDay/podcast. That's where I talked about it. Somebody's asking something about, oh yeah, I ain't got to talk about that. I already responded. I responded to a lot of these comments here, down there. Somebody asked about training, anything training for athletes, especially basketball, is at hoophandbook.com. Hoophandbook.com. That's where all the basketball training is. I got like a bunch of new stuff coming to Hoop Handbook very soon. I ain't put it out yet. It's already pretty much done. Half of them are done, half of them not done, but it's coming. So make sure you stay tuned to here. Stay tuned to my IG story and my Snap so you can know, because that's where you get the most immediate news from me as to what's going on. So if you looking for any type of training, especially for basketball, that's what it is. Somebody asked about videos on yoga and meditation. I don't know if I'll do much on that. When it comes to yoga, like I said, I do 5 to 10 minutes of yoga every morning. I started doing that around 2014. I did that in 2014 because I was having lower back issues, and if you play ball, if your lower back's hurting, you pretty much can't play. You can't bend over. You can't do any type of, you can't even lean, not even bend over, but lean. You can't do anything when your back is hurting, and you can't jump because you can't load your body up to explode up when your lower back's hurting. So I needed to fix that quick. I went to this chiropractor dude. I went to a chiropractor maybe like twice. I went to this other dude who was this like body specialist. I went to him like 2-3 times. I spent like hundreds of dollars going to these guys. They ain't do nothing. Then I said, all right, how about I just try yoga? So I went on YouTube. Again, this is like 4 years ago. I just looked up some basic yoga routines, like basic stuff, like 10-15 minutes of yoga, and just followed it on the video and just did it. And I started doing that every day. I haven't had any lower back issues since. Only time I might have tweaked my lower back might have been if I just did some lifting in the gym and I just didn't have my form right for a lift, or I tried too much weight and the form wasn't proper with it. But other than that, no back issues at all for since I started doing yoga. Nothing at all. What else we got here? Somebody asked about shooting one way in the game and shooting in practice. I've addressed that so many times in so many videos. You got to look that one up. So the ones about how I shoot and I play good one day and bad the next day, I got to look that up. I've addressed that too many times. Somebody asked about how do you best rest or relax? Well, I go to sleep when I want to rest. Other than that, I'm working throughout the day. I mean, I do my meditation, I do yoga, if you want to call that. Yoga ain't really relaxing, but meditation's relaxing, and I detailed that in the mental workbook. See, all these questions that people ask me, most of these questions I've been asked over and over again over the years. I create stuff that answers the question, so I don't have to keep answering it. And if I'm not available to answer the question, then you got that. So I'll make a book, I'll make a workbook, I'll make an online course, I'll make a YouTube video. Now I got a podcast, I do a podcast episode. So I make these things to answer these questions, these burning questions that people ask a lot. So the resting thing, again, is meditation, it's sleep. That's it. And reading, if you want to call reading relaxation, I read for like 2 hours a day. I don't think I talked about that, but 2 hours a day I spend reading. If somebody asked about specifics about my routine, because he said he researched some books and he's fascinated by the routines that people do. Well, this is something that I've talked about again on the Work on Your Game podcast. So if you want to know more about my routine, it's on the podcast, but I can go through it real quick here. But if you want details, everything that I talk about in these vlogs, if y'all want, you want to hear the detailed answer where I go a little bit deeper into each one, because that seems to be what a lot of people are asking about. I do that on my podcast. That's where I go much deeper and into more detail. Here on YouTube, I try to keep it short because people got short attention span. So I'll just tell you what my daily routine is. I wake up, like I told y'all already. I start my day with, I drink 1 liter of water. I eat 2 bananas. I eat a liter of water first, then I do yoga. I do a little bit of meditation, then I eat 2 bananas, then I go work out, whatever the workout is. Gym, outside, bike, whatever. I come back, and then I guess this vlog is part of my daily routine, so that's where we at right now, this moment. Then I go to the jacuzzi. There's a jacuzzi in my building, so I hop in the jacuzzi as long as it's working. Sometimes they got to work on it or the pool's closed and I won't go, but other than that, it's open. I'm in the jacuzzi. I go there, I do some more meditation, and that's the first time I start looking at my phone. So that's the first time I check. I look at social media, I look at my email, look at sales and products and anything that needs to be addressed from the previous night. That's the first time I look at that. It's the first time I look at my texts. I wake up, I see the notification of text. That's the first time I look at it. And oh yeah, on my phone, I only got notifications for text messages and I think WhatsApp. That's it. And maybe Skype. That's it. I don't get notifications for email, no social media notifications, nothing. Only for text messages. And if somebody called me, I got a notification there. Like, the little red notifications is what I'm talking about, not the banners. I don't get those for nothing. But I do that to reduce distraction. Even when I see it, I don't look at it until after I did my workout and I'm down at the jacuzzi, or after I found jacuzzi and after I shower or whatever. Come back from that, shower, protein shake. I did a video on my protein shake. Look that up. It's in the nutrition playlist. Protein shake. Then I'm basically just getting ready for the day. Then I usually edit this video, this vlog, set it up so it can come out. Then I'm working by like 7:30, between 7:30 and 8 o'clock I start working. So I work till about maybe like, I eat lunch around 12 o'clock. I get some reading time in, somewhere in there. I spend most of my afternoon creating. So my afternoon is creating, whether that's recording new videos, making new courses, writing a new workbook, new content for my podcast, or just brainstorming what that stuff is going to be. Because I don't just turn on the camera and just start. I think about planning out, I outline what it is I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, what points that I want to make. So I spend my whole afternoons almost every day creating something new. Video, podcast, ideas, writing a book, writing a blog post, anything. So that's how I spend my days pretty much. I mean, and I still want to answer these questions. So if people got questions about anything that I've said so far, you can go ahead and ask it. Like I said, I want to keep these vlogs kind of short because I know people got short attention spans. If y'all want these to be longer or shorter, you can let me know what you think about these in the comments. Again, as long as y'all engaging, I'll keep doing this. If people ain't engaging, it's all good. Don't matter. I'll just keep doing all the other stuff that I'm doing. But that's it. We had about 9 minutes already, so it's about time we wrap this one up. I see the sun is already coming out. Daylight savings is coming soon. It's going to be bright, brand new day outside by 6 a.m. in a couple weeks. Looking forward to it. Everybody have a great, what's the day? Wednesday. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.